Hello everyone. Welcome you all to this special session. We are going to discuss about our Executive Diploma 360 degrees, focusing on the rubber industry technology and management. I'm with our participant, Mr. Raja Sellamuthu. He is the head of the department, technical and product development at the Linatex Rubber Products, and now we call the Weir Minerals, based in Malaysia. Is it right, Raja? Yeah.
Yes. It's a Weir Minerals, Malaysia. We acquired this Linatex in year 2010.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So in the TechnoBiz, I started this program, special program, Executive Diploma program, focusing on both the technology and management. Since actually the program has started in June, now we're almost mid of the program. So I want to get a feeling about the experience of the participant, what they're thinking about it, how hard it is, or what is use of it. Okay, so maybe this session will give your future participants a better idea of what they're getting into. That's an objective of this session today. I'm very pleased and thankful to Raja. When I'm asking, hey, come on, Raja, can you give us some feedback? And without hesitation, he said yes, and I'm with him today. And he is an experienced guy, close to 25 plus years, I guess, in the rubber industry, and he's doing my diploma program. That is amazing, and I thought he could be my speaker and give lectures to all other people, but I definitely will be giving an education session in the future. So Raja, first of all, thank you to you. Thank you very much for being part of this session today.
Yeah.
So Raja, I want to get the people to understand about your experience. I know I mentioned in the beginning that you have 25 plus years experience. So can you talk about your background, so that everyone understands your experience and thing? Yeah.
Sure, Parab. And first of all, Parab, thank you very much to give this opportunity so that I can explore myself. And as you mentioned, that is I'm doing this diploma because I'm very, very excited looking at the topic. That's why I register and do this. Okay, let me just introduce myself. I'm Raja Sellamuthu, currently attached with the Weir Minerals, Malaysia. I've been in the company for 23 years. The number of years in the rubber industry is approximately about 35 years in various industry, in the R&D and also business, new product, and also technical and global technical support, and also product innovations. And also I'm involved in the manufacturing, especially on the lean and rubber best practice. And this is very, very exciting for me, which has provided me with a very comprehensive understanding in the rubber industry and also manufacturing process, and not only manufacturing process, and also other manufacturing tools like qualities, procedures, and market dynamics. Okay. And also, I mean, the experience really rewarding me and allowed me to contribute and also grow in a success of my organizations. I believe there's a continuous learning and also staying update with the latest industry information is a trend and also essential for the professional development and also maintaining the competitive edges. Okay, but after research about this 360 Executive Diploma 360, so I find that the program really benefit, and which is appear is to be an ideal fit for the professional goals. And this program very comprehensive, including curriculums and also covering topics such as rubber compounding and processing technique and product development and market analysis, and align perfectly to my career aspirations. I think that's very, very important. And furthermore, the programs are flexible for the professionals. So I think that's very, very important, is it?
Yeah.
which was give an option to across the material online learning, and particularly people working tied up with the 8 hours in the industry. It's not easy.
Yeah, yeah.
And uh, the program structure in a well manner and suit to the rubber industry. I think that's a very, very important if you ask me.
Yeah. But you've been in the industry. I'm sorry that I put only 25 plus years. Actually, it's a 35 years in the rubber industry.
Yes.
Okay, and so you already have extensive experience. Do you see something you find it relevant to you, okay, even with this so much experience?
If you ask me, Parag, my comment is TechnoBiz team. They are professional. I mean, they are very, very professional in setting up this program, and also the expertise throughout the program. The instructor is highly knowledgeable in their respective field, and also deliver the course contents are very clear, engaging the in a proper manner.
Yeah.
And their practical industry experience added immense value to the learning process. I think that's very important because they are very knowledgeable. They are deliver their experience. Even they have the course is uh, sometimes we was thinking that whichever the course we take, we will find something very clear. But they all this the panels and also the instructor, they are well knowledgeable. And also this program very comprehensive and understanding of various aspects of the rubber technology. The topic covering on the uh, including this rubber manufacturing processing, as well as the structure, the relevant to the current industry trend. I think this is very important. And the program also effective balance theoretical knowledge with a practical application, allowing everyone to gain insight that could be directly applied to their workplace. I think this is very important to support the business.
Yeah.
And also the hands-on exercise, the case study in this program, particularly is helpful in reinforcing the concept and learn during the program, and provide a real-world perspective and challenge to everyone. Think critically. I think that's another thing. Okay, and also any problem-solving technique. Also, the lecturers, the instructor, give us a very clear direction and how we can manage the situation. I think this is very, very important. And the group discussion also I involve. That's really the whoever's participated in the panel, they are very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
We can see this even though when we are having a difficulty, because it's not everyone can able to cover the entire uh, in the rubber industry. But the expert, I can see everyone is can able to answer all the rubber industry issues. So this is something. It's not easy to find this kind of a group together. I can say all the scientists, they are scientists, and
Yeah.
also not only scientists, they are very knowledgeable. They have working experience in the industry. I think
Yeah.
that's a very, 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 very important part.
Yeah. So,
And furthermore,
let me go with the kind of Q&A type or conversation type. I know that you're
okay,
trying to give overview about how you're feeling about it.
yeah,
I wanted to ask you, every day now we have a weekday program, so Monday to Friday, and every day 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Some days it's some sessions are longer, some sessions are shorter. Of course, it depends on the topic, and so how you are managing your time.
that's a good question, Param. See, I mean, the TechnoBiz give us a flexibility. So normally I'll just check on my schedule. I don't have any interference when we are getting to this course. It's no point. The course is not just to listen to get a diploma. That's not my aim, because I want to learn the important the content and the information from your from your program. So when I select my timing, you can see in my update, I'm selected, I think in doing the working hours, very minimum. I think there's only 1 or 2 days. The rest all is like 8:30. So that is the time I'll make myself take out my working hat, wearing the student hat to learn. So to learn from all this expertise. So this will be, that's why I'm very excited and continue to never miss. Even there's a 1 or 2 times I've missed, I really ask you to make sure that it's kept because I don't miss anything. All this across the program in this diploma is very important to learn the latest the technology so that uh, we can contribute to the rubber industry and also we can cascade down uh, to the organization. I think that's very important. Especially I can touch on one program like the mixing technology. It's a very good. So and I was like a very good, even though the progress about 2 hours, I didn't see the time 2 hours like a very long. So I'm fine. So I think that's very important. People
So
need to
you
be
know,
organized themselves.
yeah, yeah. So you
Uh,
basically know that every program, every module, they have an opportunity to listen to 3 times or view them 3 times so that you have a flexibility. Okay, if you're busy in this time, you can also late hours, you can finish it off. And I know that you have missed something and I have arranged it in during the weekend, you know.
yeah, yeah,
That shows that you are really, picking on that. Yes, I need to learn this subject. You know, sometimes some people,
yeah,
yeah, I already finished it, but you really
yeah,
wanted to utilize the learning, material what we are providing.
yeah.
That is very interesting. And if you know, use in our program, you may see some of the modules. Of course, we have 2 types of modules. You see, okay, lecture, single lecture giving a various specific topic, and some are basically learning from other people's questions. I think you have seen part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, your Q&A. I believe there's close to 200 different questions that people have a problem. That, how do you, what is your impression about? For me, it was really a good learning. Each question is a mini kind of training program, or kind of even the brief. So there are 200 plus questions which we have, in the past programs of TechnoBiz. People asked us questions, so we put them together and invited experts to answer them appropriately, so that these are the real questions, these are the real problems. So how do you, I mean, what kind of feeling you got after seeing so many questions? I think it's a part 7 up to part 6. I think, if I'm not, I need to double check on that. Part one to part 5 is it, yeah. So yeah.
No, I mean I can see when people work, it's from a different industry. And when we people raise this question, we are learning something new. I think that's very important. See, when uh, in my organization, I will have a different problem, huh? But maybe this indirectly, people when asked the question, he will guide me into the to solve in my industry problems. So I think that is a very important, and also I was very surprised, like what you said, as the question that people ask. I never thought about that question. Some of the question. So this is a give me like an additional booster for me to learn something from the rubber industry. And the way the lecturer answer the question, they give us a very clear feedback. So I think that's very important. See, the people raise the question, they didn't have any difficulty to feedback. So that means uh, they are very good in this program. They know what the industry need. They know what is the latest robust process or technology in this rubber industry. Basically.
Yeah. And in the part of this program, you also had to work on the presentations based on your experience. Basically we allow 4 to 5 presentations, but you have submitted close to 8. Is it eight presentations? Is it right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have invited. Let's do all the 8 presentation, and you immediately agree to do. What do you think about this exercise as a part of the diploma program? Preparing the presentation, how do you think is beneficial to you or others? Because we wanted this as a cross learning. Every participant in this program is, they have whether some are young or some are experienced. So we thought cross learning is one of the ways to learn from each other, because not every expert can teach everything, but every participant can share their experience. So tell me about, I think currently you are working on it, 8 presentations, and sooner or
Yeah.
later we are going to record it. And so what do you think about it?
All the presentation that the topic that I submitted to you, I find so very, very relevant for the rubber industry. And when you ask me whether earlier I thought it's only about I think
4.
it's requirements 44 when I
Right.
submitted, because he asked me to submit more question. Yes, when I submit, when you say this, I didn't I didn't I didn't feel any disappointment. I'm like I motivated myself. You know why? It's a very important problem when where people learn and do the presentation. They will they will get all the entire the process and knowledge put into that presentation. So this will be like a indirectly enhance their knowledge. I think
Sure.
this is very important. I fully support um, uh, the presentation. As I said, I'm very excited to complete the presentation
Super.
because
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited to complete the presentation.
I'm looking forward. This is, I see, I always tell the people, when you teach somebody else, you learn more than the one who listened to you, that's, right? So,
Exactly.
and you really get your knowledge, kind of, you may say refresh yourself, but you will be, make sure that you're speaking the correct way, so that others learn properly. And that's why that's why I'm saying the Executive Diploma 360 degrees, it's not something you are listening from one specific experts and thing. You are learning from each other, and cross learning, one of the key, and so thank you very much for accepting immediately. Initially I thought, hey man, did I ask more? Param is asking, he's supposed to be 4, is already too much work, learn every day 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
And again, but I thought I did mention to you in the beginning itself, you are getting into a 3-month program, and it's going to be intensive program, really, put you into the under the roles, so that you get to learn as much as possible, so so thank you again for that, and appreciate it.
Yeah.
and
You're welcome.
come on, you want to say something?
No, as I said, this presentation is very important, bro. I fully support on this your
Yeah.
request.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay. You watch the panel discussions, right? I think a couple of panel discussions that we hosted, okay, in the future we will be having also business conversations with owners, okay, on how they do their business. Some of maybe relate to your business, some are not, but it's all in the rubber industry. And so we want the people to learn not just only onto the technical aspects of it, management. Management is the key, also one of the keys. Okay, if you don't have good management skills, you can't excel in your career and also do the right things for the industry. So there will be interesting conversations with some of these business leaders and probably the owners of the companies. So
Yeah.
I want to ask you finally, you are a vice president of the MRPMA, Malaysian Rubber Products Manufacturer Association. I'm really thrilled, when I say, yeah, vice president of a big association is a participant. That's a proud moment. Already, I win something already, and happy to be, that you're part of this program. what is how do you see this program beneficial to your members? You know, because in the future, in schedules, we are expecting more members from MRPMA could utilize this so that they can improve their skills. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Param. When I joined this program, so number one, to gain more, the latest knowledge in the rubber industry and what is happening in the rubber world. The second things, there's a, there's how many industry in Malaysia. We still need expertise. So in order for me to, this program is good. If I didn't attend, I didn't understand the scope of this program, it's a very difficult to cascade down to the industry. So this, whatever this, the material that I learned and also this, the information that I have, I put it in a very clear in a presentation form. And I want to bring it to the industry, especially in the Malaysian industry, to give them a better overview how important this and what are the benefits they can learn, they can gain from this in the 3 months. It's something that if let's say it's a 3 months is a very short, we can discuss. We can, I mean, that's a suggestion. Should they should bring up to MRPMA so we can feedback to you. I find, and also I should say thank you very much to the TechnoBiz and give us this opportunity so that I can bring it to the wider industry in Malaysia. Parag. So definitely this is my key objective to complete this program as soon as possible. Then I go to cascade down. I go to organize the event, in fact, very small group uh, to form this team. So this is like something uh, working with the industry. So how we can design and based on the industry requirement and also this their scope.
Yeah. First of all, no, I really thank you on that support, I think you believe in education. I think education solves a lot of problems, whether it's, industry or economy or poverty. So TechnoBiz believe in total in education. That's why it's very much stress sum that educate. The more you educate your team members, the more you educate, industry staff, every team member, they can bring a lot of returns, unaccountable returns, to the company. It's not just sake of, yeah, we are doing the training program. It's not about just doing the training program. You really make them to be not just solving the current problems, they're ready for the future, developments or future, then only that program is beneficial. So that's about the, what we are aiming for as a TechnoBiz. And the word we use, Executive Diploma 360 degrees, we'll want to look into the all angles. You don't look at only one mixing plant. We want to look at purchasing area. We want to look at logistics. We want to look at a warehouse. We want quality, insurance. And in it, even the technical person should have the understanding about the non-technical issues. Non-technical guy should understand the technical issues. Then only they can be leaders. You want them to grow and excel in their career path. So that's why we name it as a 360 degrees, and this is basically very unique and universal. Whether you are from Malaysia, whether from Thailand or India or anywhere, you can join this program. So Raja, thank you very much, for joining this session today. I really appreciate your input, and I'm looking forward for we have 1.5 months to go with this program, and more action to be done, and we'll be in touch on this. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Param. Again, give me this opportunity. Thank you, Param. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That's the session with Raja Sellamuthu. You listen from him and what he's talking about my program. So if you're thinking about joining in my next schedule, please check with me, and I'm happy to invite you all to be part of the Executive Diploma 360 degrees rubber industry technology and management. But I promise you 3 months will be, of course, some people say 3 months is too short, but 3 months is time that you could utilize the best, and it could be a very intensive. And more information you can check at the diploma.technobiz.org. So thank you all. Thank you for joining this session today. Thank you, Raja, once again. I appreciate the time.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.